listening to the Betmaker Show. This is the PGA preview for the Sony Open for Monday, January 6th, 2020. And now, live from Las Vegas, the host of the Betmaker Show, Brian Blessing.
We love talking golf, and the season is back. It's up and running. The Tournament of Champions in Hawaii. We'll get to that in a second. Brian Blessing, Cam Stewart, let it go. First full field event, the Sony Open, as is always the case in Hawaii. And I think I saw the numbers, 23 or something like that, 23 of the 34 that played in Kapalua are playing this event. That's a lot more than normally play. I think it's because there's so many young guys now that have won, and they just want to play. Anywho, let's talk about an incredible, ridiculous finish in the Tournament Champions where Justin Thomas spits the bit, and then Schauffele's got a 2-putt to win, a 3 putts from 25, 30 feet, and Patrick Reed's sitting in the locker room ready to, hop islands. He ends up in a playoff. Hour and a half later, Justin Thomas is cashing another ticket.
It's unbelievable. The guy duffs a 3-wood, barely makes it over like the plants, Brian. He's buried in that. That tournament's over. It's Patrick Reed's. Schauffele should have won. Then Reed should have won. I just can't believe it. Justin Thomas, he pissed away the tournament, and then he comes back. And
sure.
I'll give him credit, but these other guys really, really, really screwed up. And I had Patrick Reed 16-1. What else is new, Brian? Put it in your pipe and your smoke it. I tell the guys every week on this show, on the podcast, on my Game Time Decisions, Red Heat and Rage with Morency. You got to bet, guys, not just to win, top 5s, top 10s, matchups. I had Patrick Reed in a matchup, which we won. But I will say this, I'm getting sick and tired of coming in second, and he could have won, and we could have won some real good cake there. And another thing, hey, fan, I get it that Patrick Reed has problems. You're a complete dick, to call out cheater right when the guy putts. You saw Patrick Reed's interview at the end. He was absolutely livid. Like, he was still seething when they were interviewing him. And I understand he's not the most liked guy on tour, but get bet. That fan's a dick. He is. And in all fairness, it was after he hit the putt. But that doesn't, but the problem, what you're saying is absolutely spot on. The question is he going to be dealing with this all year long, everywhere he goes? Yes, he is. He's a villain. Like, that's the thing. Like, this is golf, and Patrick Reed.
He loves it. He was Johnny Cash.
You know what I mean?
Johnny Cash yesterday.
Yeah, he likes it, but after a while, it's like, settle down. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. There's a lot of guys, they like other guys on tour. It's like him and his caddy and his woman versus the world. I get it. But you can't be yelling out cheater. I don't care after the putt. Like, show some class. Me and you, we could be yelling at these, how much money we've left on the table for guys in second place. I should be paying personal visits to some of these guys on tour with the money that they've cost me. It'll be cheaper for me to fly to their damn place, and I'll tell them how I feel about it. But you can't call a guy a cheater in a tournament like that. It was classless. And, he is going to be dealing with it all year, Brian. I'm going to tell you something. The golf world hates Patrick Reed. He might use it as fuel, but sometimes it's really, really going to – I think it might start to eat at him, and it's going to piss him off.
He'll be certainly a guy – you'll be watching him like who's the wild man? It'd be like him and Ty Hatton, pay-per-view event.
Yeah. Patrick Reed, Ty Hatton, foreign objects allowed match. It's like Abdullah the Butcher and Ric Flair. Just blood everywhere. He hit me with a staple gun.
No DQ.
Stick a microphone in his eye. Yeah, that's right. Oh, he's got tacks. Roll him in some tacks.
You know what I never was able to figure out, and I understand, when they say it's a no DQ match, that you can use anything you want. But when they pull the drape up and they go under the ring, like, whoever thought of putting a chainsaw in there? I mean, like, how do these things get under the ring?
Excellent question, Brian. I always look for a hammer, or, some kind of weapon there. Yeah, I got a hacksaw.
What's his name? Triple H. He's got the sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Yeah, he just puts you over the head with the sledgehammer there. Bye bye.
That thing's fair.
That thing's used to putting houses together, isn't it? But yeah, no, I'm a big fan of foreign objects. And blood. That's the thing. Wrestling's changed. And I'll tell you one thing. I would love to see Ty Hatton versus Patrick Reed, because these guys are the two most volatile powder kegs on tour. I can say what you want. Patrick Reed's 12-1 this week. I'm not going to take him at that price. I need something a little bit more, but I will say this. Justin Thomas in Hawaii, guys, if you're rich and you want to put up like $200 to win $1,300 at Thomas at 6-1, go for it, because he might just win again. This is what this guy does. I don't know what it is about Hawaii and Justin Thomas, but he can bring his C game, D game, and he'll still be there.
Don't forget,
but I'm not betting him at 5 or 6
don't forget, he's won here. He shot a 59 on this course.
Of course, exactly.
What's this? There was a guy I was going to tell you I like, and we said on the way into the Tournament of Champions that I would absolutely be saddling up with a guy who not necessarily wins the event, but got his act together on the weekend, and the game started to
Charles Howell III?
No. Well, okay. Hold on.
Teeth.
Hold on.
Yeah,
well,
he's
hold
your
on.
boy. Corn on the cob.
No, Sony Tournament of Champions, right? There's two things. Two guys that just always play well here. You nailed it. The picket fence, Charles Howell III, and Zach Johnson are guys that always play well here. Zach Johnson's 90-1. And don't forget, Zach Johnson coming off the shelf, and he was a co-captain with Tiger at the President's Cup, whatever. Yep. I think Zach Johnson absolutely is a guy I would take a look at 90-1. But Charles Howell, 40-1, odds makers, know he's good here.
They're not stupid.
I mean, okay. So yes, those are two guys that always play well. But the price irks me. But and now it's even more on top of it.
Can I guess?
You got it. It's a no-brainer. You played him this week. I know you did.
Who? Morikawa.
He's 8-1. His family lives here. His family lives there, and he played great on Sunday. Morikawa is in the hunt here.
I got him at 20. What was it? 23 or 25 last week. He showed up. It wasn't his best tournament, but a couple bad holes. He could have been there too. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, I want to get 25-1 with Morikawa. I'm getting 18-20. It's a problem. It's a problem. But I would put him in for a top 6 and top 10 bet at 18 or 20-1, depending on where you shop. And I got no problem with the next guy in line, who I thought your second guess would be. I'm going to go
he's another guy. Sung Jae-im. I burned so much money on Sung Jae-im last year. Nobody knew who this guy was. And he goes, rookie of the year, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you, the President's Cup experience for this kid, he was a stud, and he's going to reap rewards from that. I mean, does it come right out of the gate? I don't know.
I got to tell you, who's ever doing the golf odds on these books is really smart, because they figured it out. You're not finding I would have thought Morikawa, we would have got 25 with the strength of this field. I thought we could have got around 25, 28 with this field. No, these guys they're sharp. They're all over the guys that we like. I'm not going to take Kuchar at 22. I'm going to pass. But Morikawa at 18 and 20, I think we got to do this, Brian. I think we have to do, depending on where you shop, whatever book, if you have a top 6, yes, or a top 10, and just take a little bit. One guy wins this golf tournament. It could be Justin Thomas. I can't bet him at that price at under 6-1. But at Morikawa, whose family lives there, and Sung Jae-im, who has figured it out, those are two guys that I really, really like. We need a little bit more of a price. And the guy that I'm looking at for a price, Kevin Kisner, he's 50-1. He played pretty well last week. That's a guy that I'm going to be putting on my betting card, and I'll be having him top 10 as well. Kisner's a damn good golfer, and he gets no respect, and I don't mind the 50-1 price on him. I think that's fair.
It's funny. They were talking during their different courses. And by the way, Kapalua played completely different than we've ever seen it before. It played long.
Sure did.
But they said there were similarities to the two courses, and maybe there is, in terms of the grass and things of that nature, and the breezes and the trade winds, and maybe that's another reason why guys historically always play well there. And Justin Thomas, you've alluded to that, but I can see Kisner. I don't think this is necessarily a bomber's course. Kisner's pretty straight off the tee. I like Kisner. That's a good one. I like that at 50-1.
Yeah, these are the guys that I'm betting right now. I don't think, if you like Zach Johnson at 90, I got no problem with that, Brian. You bring good data to the table. I think you'll be inspired by Tiger Woods and what he saw at the President's Cup. I just can't take these other guys. Like, I'm looking at them. They're off the shelf. So for me, I will ride your Charles Howell top 10 pick. I think that's good. So at 40-1, we'll get a nice price with him. And Morikawa and Im. Those are the four guys I'm going to be swinging with. I'm going to go with Morikawa, Sung Jae-im, Charles Howell, Kevin Kisner. I'm not going to dig too deep. I might sprinkle on your Zach Johnson top 10, top 20, but I can't see anybody other than past 90-1 winning this tournament with the quality that we have here. Like Webb Simpson's 11-1. I can't take him at that price. Patrick Reed 12-1. What's going to happen after the cheater incident? He'll probably be top 10, but I can't bet him at 12-1. Kuchar 22. No, I'm going to pass. Abraham Answer 35-1. It's not bad, but I don't think he'll be there. Neiman at 35-1. If you like a little bit of guy in the mid-range, he's also another guy that's really in good form. Joaquin Neiman at 35-1. I would not be surprised if he finished top 5.
You know what? I'm looking at his past results. Cam, did Snedeker used to play well here?
Yes, he did. I don't know what the thing is. I would bet Snedeker. I don't think I'm going to pull the trigger. Great guy, but I just don't know. Off the shelf, what he's been doing, what he's been dealing with, Brian. We haven't heard from Brent Snedeker in a while. His game could be good. He could come in here cold and do really well. 45-1, not a bad price, but I'd prefer Kisner in that price range.
And I'm looking back. I'm just trying to see him at the Sony. And
has played well in Hawaii before. I think he might have won.
Yeah, but it looks like it's been a while. The last 3 years, he's not been over there.
Interesting.
Because he's also a win early kind of guy, right? He won at Torrey Pines.
Yep. Yes, correct. He likes California. He likes to win early.
So some of those guys, I think it's absolutely, something you got to pay attention to. The calendar, guys that are fast starters. We mentioned, we know Perez. We'll take a look at one.
In California, he's 80-1 this week. I'll wait till California to bet double P.
No,
for sure.
That absolutely is in the cards for me as well. I tell you, boy, that's funny. I mean, Snedeker's not been there in a while, but it's just something in the back of my mind telling me he had played well there.
It's weird. Like those games, like when Kisner, like I look at the tote board here with the odds, Kisner kind of pops out, and you're right, Brent Snedeker. It's kind of like I feel myself focusing that way. I don't know what his form is though, Brian. But, he's a very dangerous player. And the thing about Brent Snedeker is he's a field player, right? Like when he gets hot, he gets real hot. When he rolls the rock, like it's stupid. He goes, okay, I can birdie, 7 holes in a row. Like he has the ability to go real low. And that's why he's always dangerous.
For outstanding information and special offerings and promotions, we invite you and encourage you to sign up for our newsletter today simply by going to the website at betmaker.com. All right, here is the goofball home run play. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
There's going to be a range ball in contention this weekend.
What, Lanto?
No, he did. I'm done with Fratelli. Fratelli can absolutely.
Oh, dude, you know what? You can tell Fratelli, don't hit the. Yeah, exactly. Hit the squash racquetball courts. We're gonna say sayonara for a while. I agree. You got to get off Fratelli. He's done for a while anyway.
Rory Sabatini. My memory tells me he lived in Hawaii and had because I always tell the story of the 1 year. I had him at 80-1, and he finished a shot short in the Tour Championship. And he's last year. He had a hell of a year last year.
He's 90-1. So I don't know who you're going to be dancing with. Johnson and Johnson. You like Zach Johnson at 90-1, and you also like Rory Sabatini. Colored balls. Fair enough.
The range ball thing. Honestly, that should be outlawed.
Oh, any man that plays a colored ball, yeah, I got a problem with it. But
all right,
I don't have a problem with his price.
Sabatini, what's this year? 2018.
Doing all right, too.
Tied 32.
Yeah, he's there.
He shot 65-65 in the middle 2 rounds. There's just something telling me he lives.
I'd bet him top 20, top 10, 20 at that price for sure.
All right. I just can't. I don't know, for whatever reason, he likes hitting that yellow golf ball. That is the funny thing is to me, that is the most annoying thing.
Oh, it's just I don't like the look of it. I don't like watching it on TV. It actually bothers me.
So it's like so join them. Like, I'm okay. Hey, it's the good thing is then I don't have to worry about what color pants they're wearing. Or it's like, oh, hey, it's my guy.
Exactly.
It's like the range ball. The range ball's 8 feet away.
The range ball.
So the Sabatini. So the question is, does Rory Sabatini hit like Titleist? Pristine Titleists. Does he hit those on the driving range?
That's a good point. Yeah, I hit Titleists on the range, and I'll play with this rock when I play real golf. Okay, no, he's another one. We could throw him in the battle royale with Patrick Reed and Ty Hatton. Sabatini's a powder keg too. He needs a chair over his head.
That's funny though. I can almost picture it now, right? They're playing the pro-am at whatever tournament. And like the par 4 fifth is the whole dog leg right, but it goes around the back end of where the driving range is, and it's the pro-am, and they're going, "Where's Rory?" He's over in the bushes picking up a whole boatload of yellow golf balls and stuffing them in his bag.
It's so pathetic. Hey, anyway, a couple of guys do it now. I'm not down with that program either, Brian. But
who's the other whack?
90 to 1. There's another turkey that plays on the European Tour. He plays like yellow and pink balls.
All right, do
whatever you want.
The price stinks, man. I mean, I can see Morikawa or M.
I'm betting them. These are the guys I'm betting. You get Morikawa at 20, Sanjay M 20, and then I'm going to go with my boy Kevin Kisner. I want to take Snedeker because you mentioned it. If he does well and I don't have him, I'm going to be pissed. Those are my guys, and that's it. I'm not even going to have a bomb play this week. I'm going to have medium bombs, Brian. You can go grenade hunting. I'm just going to go for like a slow medium. Just
right.
that's where I'm dancing.
I'm going to pull the pin out and throw it, and I'm going to go with Zach Johnson and Sabatini in the mix here.
Yeah. Good luck to you, buddy.
Hey, did you ever know, like when you're a kid and you played Army, and like when they throw a grenade, right?
Yes.
Like why do they throw it like over the shoulder? Like why would you just throw a grenade like a baseball?
That's what I would do. Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to like just
far away from me.
Exactly.
I'm throwing it to kill motion that it could only go 40 yards.
And the thing's heavy too. Like, have you ever felt the real grenade? It's not like you could throw it they're heavy, man. Like, I don't understand what people are talking about. Like, that's the thing. Like, you can't throw it that far. They're heavy. It's not like they're light. I'm with you. I wouldn't just toss it like sidearm. Like, you want that thing as far away as possible. I'm with you.
I don't understand why. Like, is that a grenade throwing class?
I don't know, Brian. I've never served in the Army. I have no damn idea what the hell you're talking about. Anyway, let's just hit a winner in golf this week. I'm sick of second place. Thanks, Patrick Reed, you idiot. I could have won that tournament, man, like 5 times. God, I hate Justin Thomas. I was just sitting there like yelling, "Can I get one, Brian, please?"
I didn't.
You knew I had Patrick Reed. Remember we talked about him last week. Great win player, blah, blah. No, never text me. Actually, maybe you can start texting me again.
The two of us, last week, we said Patrick Wynn, great win player, and his caddy's back in blah, and he's won it. We were all over Patrick, but I'm sitting there, I'm watching this thing last night, and all of a sudden it goes to the playoffs, and I'm going, Cam's got a bounce in his step, and then I'm like,
no, he doesn't.
And basically, no. And part of me's like, he might have been better off to just have not had that happen.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, I get all excited. I'm like, wow, Justin Thomas bogeyed 18. I'm alive. And then I watch the tournament and go, why did I care? Like, you know what I mean? Brian, that's the worst when I get fired up and feel like I could actually win, and then I never do. It hurts double as hard.
No, I know it hurts more. I mean, it's like so all of a sudden you're sitting there going, your fate was sealed. Now all of a sudden you're at the top of the world again, and you're at this gorgeous observation deck.
Yep, bye-bye, slip. There goes Ginger Boy. Bye. Exactly.
All right, Cammy, all I say is let's wrap this thing up. I think we got to find a way. We get a sponsor, and we get a beautiful logoed Kevlar golf vest for you.
Exactly, buddy. I should get a shirt. Second place. I just can't win, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be sprinkling around more this year, Brian. More matchups and more top 5s and 10s.
Gotta do it.
This stuff is breaking my heart on Sunday, and we've been great. We've been all over like underdogs, like the second. We've hit winners too, but man, the second place. So you got to spread around those bets, and hopefully we'll catch a winner this week. Morikawa. We like it. Kisner, and you got a couple bombs too with your boy Zach Johnson and Mr. Colored Ball himself, Rory Sabatini.
All right, buddy. Best of luck in the Sony Open.
Betmaker
Well, that's the Betmaker Show for now. We publish multiple times each week. We'd like to thank you for listening, and if you liked what you heard, please take a moment to leave a rating and review, or subscribe to our show feed, or share our show with a friend or two and help us grow the show. We very much appreciate it. Visit us on the web at betmaker.com. And reminder to sign up for the newsletter. Thanks to our engineer, Darren Vandermolen, and producer, Mike Gallivan. The Betmaker Show is a production of Cardinal Marketing Incorporated. Betmaker is a registered trademark. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of this content without the express written consent of Cardinal Marketing Incorporated is strictly prohibited.
The handicapping and sports odds information contained on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm the wagering regulations in your jurisdiction, as they vary from state to state, province to province, and country to country. Using this information to contravene any law or statute is prohibited. The podcast is not associated with, nor is it endorsed by any professional or collegiate league, association, or team. This podcast does not target and is not intended for an audience under the age of 18. If you think that you have a gambling addiction, stop this podcast now and please seek help.
Gambling and betting on sports is a form of entertainment and should be about having a good time. But when done excessively, it may negatively affect other areas of a person's life, such as their physical and mental health, school or work performance, finances, and/or interpersonal relationships. At Betmaker.com and the Betmaker Show, we're concerned about the addiction that gambling may cause, and for this reason, we encourage everyone to practice responsible gambling, an approach to gambling that helps you ensure that it remains an enjoyable activity. Here are the main principles of responsible gambling. Don't think of gambling as a way to make money. Always gamble with money that you can afford to lose. Set limits and stick to them. Never chase losses. Don't gamble when you're depressed or upset, and create a healthy balance. Always be aware of how much time you spend gambling or thinking about gambling. And do not allow gambling to cause you to miss out on time with family and friends or time spent on other activities you enjoy. By following these guidelines, gambling can be a good time and great entertainment. If you feel at any time that your gambling is taking away from important areas of your life, is causing you stress or depression, or is leading to financial losses that are beyond your control, please reach out for help. Learn more at responsiblegambling.org.